Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, on this episode of Bullet Points, I got to send you into the weekend right with a healthy dose of hyperbole. The opinion piece that we're about to dive into is openly stating that the representative democracy, that is our form of government, is on the brink. It's on life support. It's on the cliff, the precipice. It's going to fall asunder because of gun violence. Yeah, I know. The reason that I'm bringing to this is obviously not the insane nature of the hyperbole right there, but there's something in this article which the author hits on which I believe is really important, because on this channel, our sole guiding force is passing the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation, and we're doing it day in and day out. They even hit on this, and it's really important as to the why. That's what we're going to hit, because we love hitting the why on this channel. I'm going to do a quick read from our sponsor, LAS Concealment, and then we're going to hit it on their side. I cannot wait to show you guys this, because this is some stuff right here. Now, in today's increasingly dangerous environment, arming yourself responsibly to protect yourself and those that you love is paramount. Selecting a holster is an important piece of embracing your Second Amendment rights, and LAS Concealment is here for just that purpose. With leading designs inside and outside the waistband options and combat tested by special forces, tons of prints, tons of colors, they've got something that you need. There's a link in the description box below. Thank you so much for checking them out, and thank you to LAS Concealment for making these videos possible this week. But now, let's dive into the hyperbole. Let's get it. Opinion. The gun violence crisis threatens our fragile democracy. Okay, well, this came out like 1 or 2 days ago. Again, if I didn't say it, it's linked in the description box, and I want to hear you guys in the comments, because we're getting to the point here. They hit on something really important. The rest, okay, fine. But we're about to hit something crucial. Here's the setup. The ongoing, seemingly inescapable gun violence crisis in the United States most recently manifested in Saturday's horrific situation in Buffalo, poses a dire threat to our fragile democracy, and our government's lack of response to it constitutes a major crisis in itself. Now, of course, you guys are probably saying with me, it's not the government's responsibility to curtail our rights to provide safety. It's really that simple. But let's keep going, because that's not the point I want to bring up here. The Buffalo situation was the deadliest U.S. situation thus far in 2020 and the 198th since January. So that piece of information tells you a lot. 198th since January. Do you guys remember 198 of these instances? Because I can count on my hand 1 or 2. Now, the important part is not to discredit or demean the importance of these events. What I'm saying here is there's not 198, because if you break it down, you're talking about gang-on-gang violence, drug deals, you're talking about all sorts of crime. But the important thing is they don't go into the details. They just say a high-level number, which they've done for years. Yet President Biden's statements afterward made no mention of gun policy aimed at preventing these horrors. We did a video on that earlier this week where they were upset that they didn't hit on gun control. It was yet another sign of the administration's continuing challenges in promoting gun control. Well, they've had no problem promoting gun control, trust me. Now, we get one news cycle of thoughts, prayers, and calls for something to be done, but little changes despite overwhelming support for stricter background checks and an AWB. There is no support for an AWB. That is a misnomer. As far as support for stricter background checks, gun control support is falling off of a cliff. It is on the decline, and they know it, which is why they're upping the hyperbole. But this part right here is what I really wanted to bring to you guys. This is hugely important. Part of the problem is that while Democrats have broad support for their views, Republicans have greater intensity. So they have broad support where there's not a lot of passion. We have very concise intensity. That's what they're saying. Republicans have historically reported more passion about gun policy than Democrats, which can translate to higher turnout in elections. Could that maybe have something to do with the fact that we believe that that's one of our rights? Republicans or gun control people or independents who believe in guns or Democrats who believe in guns, whatever, I don't care. The point is, you've got an entire population that supports a Second Amendment right because it's a Second Amendment right in a Bill of Rights in a Constitution that is it is an incredibly crucial and important document. But the Democrats, they don't have the same passion to take something away as we have the same passion to defend a right. Weird. Isn't that interesting that we have more passion to defend and stand on things that people have built sacrifices for, poured blood for, but they just want to take something away? Isn't that weird? They don't have the same passion. That's important to note. All right, got one more thing for you. As decades pass without action on gun violence, people lose faith that our electoral system can deal with it. But Democrats can make strides on this issue to protect people's lives and to restore faith that political differences can be settled with votes instead of violence. This has nothing to do with that last piece, but I want to hit on one thing here. People lose faith that our electoral system can deal with it. This is not an electoral system solve. This is a policing solve. This is a local municipality solve. This is arrest criminals, actually put people in jail, arrest those that would have the propensity to do this, and they might not do it. The sooner that we get to the heart of the problem, the crux of the problem, it's not an inanimate object, it's the person using the object, we'll make a lot more progress on this. I know that this person is not going to do that, but my point is, the people that we talk to, the people that we have conversations with around these topics, it's not a far leap to understand that it's not the inanimate object. It's actually something that may be in that person's heart. And that's what I've got for you. Let me know what you think in the comments field below, and I'll see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment where we do our live session on Fridays. See you later.